Welcome to the Builder Marketing Podcast, your go-to source for home builder marketing excellence. Each week, we deliver inspiration, cutting-edge insights, and actionable strategies designed to help you stay sharp, reach today's buyers, and generate more sales-ready leads. Join us for real-world conversations with industry leaders who share proven ideas and tactics that actually work. And now, here are your hosts, Greg Bray and Kevin Weitzel.
Hello, everybody. This is Greg Bray from Blue Tangerine with a special announcement episode. And I'm excited to be joined by Carol Morgan, the president of Denim Marketing. Thanks, Carol, for spending a few minutes with me today.
Absolutely. Always fun to spend time with you, Greg.
So the reason, Carol, that I wanted to get together for just a few minutes is there is something really exciting going on at this year's Builder Marketing Summit that you're helping me with. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows we're doing something different. So for those of you who are familiar with the Builder Marketing Summit, it's coming up here in September 23rd and 24th. But this year, we have decided to add some Pre-Summit Masterclasses. These are going to be 3 hours on the afternoon before the summit, so on September 22nd. And Carol and I are each going to be teaching one of these classes. So Carol, why don't you just take a minute and tell people just a little bit about you and your class and what it is that you're going to be covering.
I think this is going to be a really fun class. We're calling it Connection That Converts, Social Media That Drives Community and Sales. I think that's the official title of it anyway. And we're going to talk about building a high impact content engine. So how to create blogs and content that will fuel SEO and AI visibility. And this also, ongoing marketing efforts. So that's one section of it. Then we're going to talk about what's working on Facebook and Instagram. So talk about the formats, content styles, and paid strategies that are actually driving engagement today. And then the third part of it is how to expand your reach through realtor advocacy. And this is something we've been working on a lot. So either turning your own realtors into brand ambassadors or turning co-op realtors into brand ambassadors, and how you can structure that program and create shareable content.
That's going to be some amazing content there, because the great news about this is with the time we're committing, you can go a lot deeper. Typical presentations are, 25 minutes plus some questions and things there. So what got you kind of focused on this particular topic? What made you feel like this would be the thing that could make a difference for people?
Well, I think kind of all three of these topics are really hot right now. I mean, if you look at content, it needs to be content that resonates with the AI search as well as, the search engines out there. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't quite understand. So helping them to understand it more from the content side. And then the realtor advocacy, we just have more and more clients asking for that and realizing that it's a way that they can help move the needle, because they can post all they want on their social sites, but if you can get realtors to post on their own sites as well, you're reaching an infinite larger segment of the population. So, it's kind of user-generated content without quite being exactly user-generated content.
Yeah, content is so critical, even more so. It's like always been critical, but now with AI, it's even more important to be able to educate people and the bots that are out there on what you're up to and what you're doing. I'm really excited for this, and I think the folks who attend are going to get a lot out of it. So the other one, Carol, is my class.
See, I want to take your class, Greg. Can I be in two places at one time?
Well, I'm going to be talking about prompting. We're calling it From Prompts to Process, Practical AI Skills for Builder Marketing. I really have kind of fallen in love with using my AI tools. I'm in there all day, every day, maybe not all day, but a lot of times during the day. And I feel like over the last year or so at Blue Tangerine, we've worked really hard to work that learning curve, and we want to share some of the things that we've learned. So we're going to be talking about the basics. So you don't have to be a ChatGPT expert or a Claude expert to come to this class, right? This is for folks that are just getting started. And for those of you who've been using it for a little bit, I think we'll get a little bit deeper. But we're going to talk about just how to do prompts that work better. We're going to talk about how to make those prompts more reusable so that you get consistency out of them. We're going to get into templates and custom GPTs and skills and some of those things. Now, we're not going to be able to do all of it and everything in just a few hours, but we're going to make sure you understand what those are, where they fit in your process, how to create them and use them. And then we'll hopefully have some time to get into even some workflow creation where we create some of these tools like Zapier or N8N and use those to work in pulling data, using AI to analyze it, getting things output, saving it in places that you can get at it and use it, and really take these tools where they can start doing some work for you, not just be a conversation. This is where these tools really become powerful. I remember, Carol, I'm sure when I got started, I'm sure you remember when you got started with ChatGPT. At first, you were a little frustrated, I bet. You just weren't quite getting what you wanted, right? And then you learned some of these techniques, and now it's like part of your everyday work, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, and either setting up, the custom GPTs, or in a lot of cases, I mean, I set mine up first as projects and they seem to get the same results as custom GPTs, but giving it, all that brand kit and that brand voice and all the information on each individual client, and then giving it some overarching direction, just setting all of that up and then, adding the prompts to it, you're just going to start getting better and better results.
And sometimes you can get frustrated. And our goal here is to kind of move you up that learning curve faster with some dedicated focus. You'll probably be prompting in the background while we're talking, the kind of thing where you can work on your computer and we won't be offended if you do that while we're in there. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think it'll be really practical, really hands-on, things that you can start using immediately is really what we're going for here.
I love that. And I love the fact that you're talking about integrations, because I think that's the way it's going. Somebody asked me recently, what scares you about AI? And I guess for me, it's a double-edged sword, because obviously, we need it and it doesn't scare me to use it. What scares me about it is the ability to keep up with all the different things it can do and to use it effectively, and understanding those integrations and, talking about Zapier and some of those things. I mean, just what it can do to consolidate reporting. It is just huge, but you've got to know how to set it up. And I think that's a skill set that lots of marketers are either going to need to learn, or they're going to pay somebody like you to set all that up for them.
Well, Carol, this is really exciting stuff, but I do have to be upfront with everybody. I've got some bad news.
Uh-oh.
The problem is these classes are both being offered at the same time, so you can only pick one. I'm sorry, folks. We couldn't work the schedule, the way the rooms work and everything else. So it's going to be a fight. Do you want to go to Carol's class or do you want to go to my class? And I've got money on which one you're going to pick because Carol's smarter than me. But that's the bad news. Now, here's the good news. It's all part as an add-on to the summit. So when you want to take one of these classes, you actually get the full summit experience as part of that. So if you are not yet registered for the Builder Marketing Summit, now's the time. Get it on your calendar. Start getting those approvals that you need for the time away from the office and all of that. You can get all the details at buildermarketingsummit.com. It's all there. Now, for those of you who have already registered but didn't know about these classes, if you're in that group, just send me an email. We don't have the fancy registration thing that lets you add that on after you've already signed up. So send me an email and we'll get you figured out manually so we can add that to your registration if you're interested. So don't feel like you missed out because you didn't realize those were there, because these are things that we've just kind of gotten out there and put together for everybody. But we'd love to have you join us, especially if you're already coming anyway for these extra classes. They're going to be really valuable for you. Well, everybody, that's what we wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for just giving us a few minutes of your time. Thank you, Carol, for being willing to join us at the summit and present and share your experiences with everybody there. And we are excited to see everybody in Dallas in just a few weeks.
Bring your cowboy hats.
All right, we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about how Blue Tangerine and Outhouse can help you generate more qualified homebuyer leads, visit bluetangerine.com and outhouse.net. If you've enjoyed our show today, please tell a friend, leave us a review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Be sure to join us again next time on the Builder Marketing Podcast.